Happy Halloween! Feeling cute? Feeling like a clown? Feeling like a cute clown? Don't worry, children. I won't kill you in a cornfield.
But I will.
Woo! Ah. Hello, everyone! My name is Brittina from the channel BookLooksByB, and it is finally Spoopy Month, the one month that I live for. And I'm so excited to be here on Epic Reads to share not one, but two book looks for one of my favorite Halloween reads of the year, Clown in a Cornfield by Adam Cesare. If you haven't read the book, Clown in a Cornfield is a young adult slasher horror story that follows main character Quinn Maybrook as she and her dad move to Kettle Springs, a small town full of conflict, mystery, cornfields, creepy deepy clowns, and lots of killer moments that just warm my scary slasher movie loving heart so much. So if you're looking for a good, gory, slasher, scary story just in time for Halloween, definitely go pick up Clown in a Cornfield. Bear in mind, there's going to be a sequel coming out in the summer of next year, 2022. Good, excited. And if you're also looking for some Halloween costume and makeup inspiration, and you'd like to see how I turn this cute, wearable killer clown look into this epic one, then please keep on watching. I'm starting with our cute killer clown look first, and to do this I want to start with a clean bare face before applying my favorite face and eye primers, followed by my favorite everyday foundation, concealer, and setting powder. Especially if I want to wear this look out on Halloween night, I definitely want to set everything with a very good setting powder. Afterward, I'm filling in the general shape of my brows so I don't lose them once we start to work on the eye look. I'm starting this eye look off by blending some matte red eyeshadow into the crease of my eyelid and buffing it up toward my brow. To intensify the red color, I'm sneaking in a little bit of red cream body paint, but if you don't have that, a neat trick that I like to use is to take a slightly damp packer brush, dip it into your red eyeshadow, and then tap and blend it into areas that you want to intensify. With a smaller blending brush, I'm smudging some of the red eyeshadow and cream paint down onto my bottom lash lines. When that's done, I'm taking my favorite concealer to start my glitter cut crease. I like to do this by dabbing a little on the center of my eye, looking up, and wherever the concealer touches, that is where the top edge of my cut crease will be. And then from here, we just cut an even layer of concealer all across the lid. While the concealer is still nice and tacky, I'm packing on a shimmery, pearly white eyeshadow all over the cut crease. And before I forget, I'm quickly bronzing and lightly contouring around my face and nose with a little bit of black and brown eyeshadow, and I'm hitting just the apples of my cheeks and the tip of my nose with a hefty amount of bright pink and red blush. To start off my cute clown shape, I'm using black eyeshadow to mark a pretty wing swoop on my cut crease before roughly marking where I want my clown eye shape to go. And once I have a shape that I like, I'm using some black body paint. You can always use liquid or cream eyeliner if you don't have face paint on hand, and I'm using this just to trace out and fill in my clown shape. At this point, you're more than welcome to keep the lines clean and sharp, but if you feel like you messed up, or if they don't look even, it's okay! I like to keep Q-tips and wet wipes nearby to fix up any mistakes, but for this particular look, we'll be embracing a more messy look later on. After filling in both clown shapes, I'm doing the same with my eyeliner and tracing out a sharp wing liner first with black eyeshadow and then going over it again with black body paint. I know we're going for a cute killer clown, so you're more than welcome to keep the eyes here, but I wanted to go for a more grungy, creepy feel for Halloween and wanted to reference the cornstalk texture in the cornfields on the book cover, so here I'm just smudging and slashing some of my clown lines up toward my brow and down along my cheeks. This will also help accentuate the black light body paint we'll be putting on a little bit later. And just to ensure we don't lose the overall red eyeshadow base that we worked on earlier, I'm also using some red cream body paint and eyeshadow to add some more red lines along with the black. Next, I'm tracing out and filling in my cute clown nose with some red body paint. You can always use a red liquid lipstick or even some red eyeshadow on a wet brush if you don't have any body paint. A good tip would just be to make sure to set it with a powder or a setting spray afterwards. Once I have a shape that I like, I'm lining my lips with a red lip liner pencil before topping it off with some matte red liquid lipstick. After that, I'm dipping back into my black body paint to trace around my nose and mouth and to repeat the same black slash cornfield texture lines that I did on my eyes. To break up the dark color a little bit more and to tie in the bold white font and the moon art from the book cover, I'm using white body paint on highlight points like under my brow bone, my cupid's bow, and on the tip of my nose to act as a very graphic fake highlight. This is completely optional, but I just didn't feel shiny enough, so I also added some white and silver cosmetics glitter on the center portion of my eyelids. Looking back on it, I also should have added red glitter to my nose and lips, so if you try this look out at home, I hope you add all the shimmer and shine for this Halloween. But after that, I'm finishing up my eyes with some red and black falsies that I got from my local Halloween store. Now that we're done with the makeup, it's time for hair and accessories! Yay! I chose to do 2 high fluffy pigtails, and I also wanted to try and spray paint them with a little bit of red hair color spray. The color didn't show up the way I wanted, so I decided to throw in some silver hair color spray as a lighter base for the red to show up a little bit better. But wait! I almost forgot!
So I'm not a scary clown yet, I'm just a cute killer clown, and because I'm cute, I'm going to have cute little blood rhinestones, just right there, maybe just all over my face. Bloody, gory killer clown face.
So here I am just attaching some blood-shaped gems along the tips of my clown eye lines. I'm also going to quickly blend in my lower lash line by tight lining with a pencil liner and smudging some mascara on my bottom lashes only. This final step is real extra and completely optional, but I love being extra, especially for Halloween. So to give this cute killer clown one last oomph, especially if you'll be hanging out around any black lights on Halloween night, we're gonna top off all the red spots of our eyes, nose, and lips with pink or red UV body face paint using the same Cornfield vertical slash technique that we used earlier. To apply this UV paint, I turned my film lights down and turned my black light on to better see where to place my UV body paint. And here is a close-up of the finished cute killer clown makeup in regular lighting. The UV paint is really subtle, so it'll be a fun surprise anytime you walk under a black light on Halloween. The very last step for this first look is to accessorize, and I went with a red clown collar, a bow, and some cute black clown gloves.
Alright, here is our first look, our first cute killer clown look. But now let's make it epic. Cue quick transformation montage!
For this next epic book look, I'm drawing most of my inspiration from the Frendo clown face in the Cornfield on the book cover. For this look, it is all going to be body painted on, so I've switched out into my handy-dandy tube top to paint my chest and shoulders later on. After I've reprimed my skin, I'm going to block out my brows with a washable glue stick and set them with some translucent setting powder once the glue dries. Next, I'm grabbing a white eyeliner pencil to trace the Frendo clown design onto my face, neck, and chest. For this blacklight version of Frendo, I not only wanted to pay homage to Frendo's face in the cornfield, but also really incorporate a corn stalk, corn husk texture and feel to his face and the overall look, just to give it an even creepier feel for Halloween. So I decided to have my painted clown ruffle collar be almost reminiscent of corn husk leaves, or like my clown ruffle collar was made out of corn husks. Once I've traced my general shape, I'm using red body paint as my base color for where I want to put my UV paint on later. And this is just so I have more of an opaque red color coverage whenever I'm not under a black light. After that first red layer is put down, I'm turning my lights down again and switching on my black light to better see where to place my UV paint. And like our eye look from the cute killer clown, I'm following the same cornfield stalk line technique all over the red areas of my face and body. At this point, I turned off all my film lights just to see where else I needed to add more UV paint so I wouldn't have too many bare patches. When I'm finished with that, I'm dipping into some black body paint to fill in all the negative space around my Frendo face, like my eyes, mouth, and shoulders. I'm also going to use my black body paint to help accentuate and contrast the UV cornstalk slash details even more. After that, I'm hitting the lights one more time just so I can better see where to place my UV clown teeth. Once those are painted on, I'm setting everything I just painted with a hefty amount of translucent setting powder. I went ahead and put in some red contact lenses off camera, and the last step now is to put on my red Frendo clown wig and some black claw gloves. Mwahaha. But after that, we're done! Yay! Here are our wearable to epic Halloween book looks for Clown in a Cornfield by Adam Cesare. Yay! Thank you so much, Adam Cesare, for this grisly, gory slasher story. I can't wait to see what happens next in the sequel when it hits shelves summer of 2022! I also wanted to thank HarperCollins Publishers for commissioning me for these book looks and for always supporting my passion and my artwork. I had such a thrilling time putting these looks together and even more fun reading the book. As always, thank you all for joining me. I hope y'all have a fun, safe, and happy Halloween season. Let me know what book looks you'd like to see me do next, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!